Next question from Monica Hernandez.
Rent is expensive. We talked about that, but the cost of buying a home in New Hampshire has also exploded. 10 years ago, the median price was $227,000. Today, that's more than doubled to more than $500,000. Many we talk with say that buying a home is out of reach. Councillor Warmington, we pose this question first to you. What do you say to a voter who thinks they will never be able to afford a home in New Hampshire?
I have encountered these voters myself. A police officer who's working full-time. His wife is an LNA. They are both working full-time, yet they recognize that they will never be able to afford to buy a home in our state, and that is just plain wrong. We need a governor who is making decisions through the lens of the working families of our state. We need to do everything we can to build housing. We have the Housing Champions program that helps build out water and sewer infrastructure in communities so they can accept a greater density of housing. We have programming to help with communities to change their zoning ordinances. Also, we have a lot of surplus land in our state that we should be getting back to our communities so that they can help to build housing that is more affordable for the people of our state. But as governor, I am going to see this issue through the lens of the working families. That's where my priorities will always be.
Mayor Craig, what do you say to those who don't think they'll ever be able to afford a home in New Hampshire?
Yeah, it's not right. And we need a governor who has the hands-on experience of tackling this challenge and doing it throughout our state. And I do. We need to build more housing. We need to do it now. We need a governor who understands what the challenges are and who can work with our local communities to build the housing that meets their needs. We also have to look at the minimum wage in our state. Right now, it's at $7.35. That is not a livable wage. In Manchester, I effectively increased the minimum wage for all city and school district employees to $15 an hour. We need to consider that when we're talking about what people can afford or not. And we need a governor who can effectively bring good paying jobs into our state. And again, as mayor, we applied for a very competitive federal grant for the biomanufacturing industry. And we won. We were the only municipality to win, and we've brought 7,000 good paying jobs into the city of Manchester. We have to look at everything to make sure that young people can afford to live and want to stay in New Hampshire.
And Mr. Kuiper, what do you say to those who don't think they'll ever be able to afford a home here in our state?
It's going to be a little while, not going to lie to you. It's not going to happen in a 2-year term as governor of New Hampshire. But one thing I was able to do when I was on the town council in Newmarket was push the planning board to allow unattached ADUs or accessory dwelling units, or a cottage in your backyard, if you will. And I think this would be a great approach if older folks could put a little cottage in their backyard, move into the cottage, and then rent out their house, or even maybe sell their house. This would be a really pretty simple way for us to increase the housing stock without massive development. Thank you.